Hi everyone, welcome to Thursday Night Sprints. I keep doing these on different nights and having to pause like, is it Thursday today? I don't know what's happening. This week has just gone by in a bit of a blur. It's been lovely. There's been like nice things this week, but very manic and busy. How are you, Charlie? How are you?
Not too bad. It's been a long day, but I think I've got a couple of things I can do and a couple of books you're going to help me pick which one to read.
Yay!
I honestly have no idea. But yeah,
Okay.
and hopefully it'll be a nice chill evening.
Yeah, well, we've now got to the point where we're nearly at the end of the week. I think as soon as you get to Thursday, it feels like the weekend is nigh. I'm just going to say hi to a few people in the comments and then let's find out what Charlie's reading and we can help pick. Well, I should probably introduce you, Charlie. Charlie is our UK YA champion who owns lovely Paper Orange Book Box, which has a monthly gorgeous YA book in it. And she just shouts on all the social media about books, but mainly UK and fantasy books. So need to follow Charlie if you do not already. I can say hi then to hi Stephen. Hi Michelle. Thank you for joining us. Hello. And hello Nicole. Some nice familiar faces. Thank you everybody for stopping by. So Charlie, what is the dilemma of the evening? What are you going to read?
Let me show you. So I'm on a bit of a fantasy kick of late. I don't know
Really?
if you've noticed.
Really?
Well, like a dramatic fantasy kick of late. So you may recall the last time I was here, I was in the comments. I was talking about how much I loved. No, I lie. This book. I then
Okay,
read
yeah.
this book, and now I don't know whether to just go straight into this book.
Okay. So is this a series? Yes. Is this like the next one in that series?
Yeah. So it's like, how do I describe it? It's linked, but not like 5 minutes
Okay.
after, if you know
Yeah.
what I mean.
Okay. Yeah.
So it wouldn't be the worst thing if I had a break. But then I was also talking to Jamie today, who runs Lit Pink and
Oh
Co.
yeah, I know Jamie.
Yeah. And I think it's maybe finally time that I pick this
Yeah.
up because it's been on
Okay.
my
Yep.
shelf
Yep. That.
for like 5 years, maybe.
Yep.
Or
I'm really
it
sorry.
feels like that.
I'm sorry, people in the comments, if you wanted to weigh in, but yes, you do need to read. It's a duology, isn't it? I think I've read both of them.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
I've only got
I've
the
read the full
first
thing.
one, but I feel like that's not a problem, right?
No, you are going to enjoy it, Charlie. You're going to love it. That's one of my. Oh God, where does that rank? I'd say that's maybe like my second favorite V Schwab series. I like the Cassidy Blake ones the best of all because they're creepy, ghosty books. I mean, set in my favorite cities, Edinburgh, Paris, and New Orleans. I mean, it was going to be a no-brainer, that one. But yeah,
Well,
read that, Charlie.
it does sound exactly like my cup of tea. I hear there's a lot of like hero, villain, grey, moral character
Yeah,
vibes,
yep.
which
Are they a hero? Are they a villain? Will they be both during the series? Do people have powers? You know, all questions that will be answered. It's very good. It's very fast paced, and I really like her writing style. I mean, I always like her writing style, but I really like the writing style in that one. It's really good. Let's see. Hi, Stacey. Hi, Caroline. This is probably a good point while Caroline's here to say that I'm reading a fantasy book, so I may read. I can't believe I'm reading. Well, Charlie told me it's called cozy fantasy, so I'm like sliding into fantasy. I'm reading Legends and Lattes and absolutely loving it. Like, you know, sometimes you love a book and you read it super fast because you want to find out. I'm reading this like painfully slowly because I don't want to finish it because the next one doesn't come out till October.
yeah.
So I'm at that weird point of I'm desperate to read it, but also I keep reading 2 pages and going, no, save it. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so people like Caroline and I have chatted about how we're not big fantasy readers, but it's kind of swaying me. And Charlie tells me there are more books in this cozy fantasy genre. So thank goodness I'm like slowly finding my way back into fantasy again. Because I started off loving fantasy and I've kind of not been as into it lately. So I'm coming over onto your side, Charlie. Although look at Charlie's, can I just say, look at Charlie's colour palette compared with mine. Like I'm dressed in black against like this really like washed out person, and you're there just like vibrant shades. I'm so glad you're here, Charlie, to kind of brighten our evening. I've got another friend who may be joining us later, but it could just be me and Charlie. So let's get to the comments. What's she done now? Like, what specific Charlie thing shocking?
I think that was when you mentioned, I said I was on a bit of a fantasy kick, and you were like, really? And I think everyone else was like,
agreed. Did everybody just go, oh, never? Really? Okay, yeah. Yes, Michelle's with me. It's, yeah, we all vote for Vicious. Look, it is decided. I mean, the people have spoken.
I've had it on my shelf for so long. I've read the Darker Shade of Magic ones, and I really like those. Then immediately got this, and then it just sat there, and I've not picked it up yet.
I really liked the ones as well that I don't know what the series is called. Dark Duet or something. The Savage Song. This Savage Song
and yeah.
Is it Our Dark Duet or something? They were really good too. They're quite I don't know, like they've got a slight touch of horror to them, which I really liked. Like I'd say kind of horror fantasy maybe. I like the fact that V. Schwab's just like, I'm not gonna write in a genre, I'm just gonna create my own. Occasionally do fantasy, occasionally do other stuff. I really like that. I hope one day that's the aspiration, to just write whatever I want and people will read it anyway. Evening, Sharon. Thank you for joining us. I'm jumping around the comments. Yes, Legends and Lattes is so good. I'm enjoying it. I know. I don't know what's happened, Caroline, but it's happening. So I partially blame Charlie. I do.
But you blame me though? I mean,
no, it's not blame. Extreme gratitude is probably
you're slowly reading a book because it's so good you don't want it to end. So
yeah, I know.
That's a blamable offense.
No, it isn't. It isn't. And I knew I was going to love it when I saw, like, what does it say on the front? It says like low stakes, high. I can't remember.
Low stakes, good company.
Yeah, I mean, how cute is that? That just says it all. Yes, I really like the other edition though.
Yeah, it's got this on it, hasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it was so funny though.
The indie published.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
And then when it got snapped up, I think the US have kept this cover and changed it very slightly. And then UK has got this, but then obviously the
artwork. We get the end paper. Oh, my son is obsessed with that artwork. He keeps saying, I want to look at the two ladies inside your book. I'm like, okay. And he's fascinated by it. And the little rat in the corner, like, he loves it. He's like, what are they making, Mummy? A cinnamon bun and some coffee. And he's like, I don't know what those things are, but I want them. Cinnamon Can you imagine him with a cinnamon bun? It would be like as big as his head. That would be awesome. Just going to eat this sugary delight. What could go wrong?
You can get big, like, tear and share ones from Tesco's as well that are literally the size of my head. So that would be hilarious.
Yes. Yeah, I'll give him one of those, definitely. Is it a prequel? Is the one coming out in October a prequel? Is that what that one is?
So it's set where her, like, love of bookshopping. It's back when she was adventuring, but on, like, a tangent. So, like, hiding in a bookshop tangent.
Cool. Okay, that sounds fun.
Very excited for that one.
As long as it's still cozy, I'm quite happy. Yes, I mean, I'm going to say, I think that most people I know would like this. It's really, really, really good and, like, gentle and lovely. I haven't read those. That is on my pile. Because I think, was that one of their earlier books? Have not read it. And I don't know, is the Near Witch one of those, or is that a different thing? I don't know. I need to read them all.
I really liked that. You'd like that. That's very, like, creepy witch near a forest.
Cool
vibes.
Yeah, that's enough. That's all I need to know. Creepy witch forest, done. Fine. Oh, awesome. Are you reading that with the book club? I have got up to, I've been kind of recommending where people can read up to if they want, and I'm halfway through it, which is sort of the stopping place. And it's really good. I'm enjoying it so much. It was you that said I was going to enjoy it, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's like the pacing's really good, because I think sometimes those books can barrel along and, like, lose me a little. But yeah, it's, like, really well paced where it feels exciting, but you're getting all the relationship stuff that I like as well.
It's such a cute little found family, and I just want to.
I know. I'm just a bit scared that it's on the Titanic, though. Like, I'd be okay.
I'm not going to say anything.
I'd be okay if it wasn't on the Titanic. Like, heist and found family, fine. Titanic, I'm scared. Yeah, he's not. I mean, Charlie's met the child, so she can agree that caffeine would not be a good mix. He's already quite high octane without caffeinating him. Oh, is that the one? Is that what it's called? That's a good title. That's a very good title.
I just love the little like owl / dog / whatever creature is on the front. I haven't seen what
I
the
haven't
UK
actually looked at. I'm going to have to look at it properly. I haven't given it too much thought because I'm just annoyed that it doesn't come out yet. So, A Court of Thorns and Roses is one of those books that I still need to read. Have you read those, Charlie? Like, have you delved into the Sarah J. Maas? I thought you would have done, but I mean,
yes, I haven't read the newest one, which is probably shocking because it's the neon orange one.
yes,
I own it. I haven't got around to reading it yet because
so which series is that? One of the Court of ones? I don't know.
I would tell you exactly which one it was, but my bookshelf is so rammed. But yes, it is one of those. It's the fourth one because it was originally a trilogy, and then this one from a different point of view. I think.
Yeah, see, I've read quite a lot of the Throne of Glass ones, and I liked them. I wasn't absolutely obsessed, and I got halfway through, I think maybe the fifth one, and got really lost, and I haven't kind of picked it up since. So since then, I haven't picked up any more Sarah J. Maas books, but I do have Crescent City? I have that, and I think I have Court of Thorns and whatever it is. Roses, is it that one?
Yeah.
I always get mixed up. The Near Witch Standalone. Okay, so yeah, I do have that one. I think it must be the other ones, the duology that I don't have. Ooh, I like short stories. That was the exciting thing that happened this week. My short story anthology is announced. Sorry, I'm going to do a little bit of self-promo now. I've been secretly working on for 2 years this anthology. So it's an anthology of UK YA authors. And it's horror, and it's got all these people that I admire that me and my friend Mia Kuznia reached out to. So we managed to get Dawn Kurtagich and Kat Ellis and Lynn Salisbury, loads of cool people. Dawn's hopefully one of the people who's going to be joining us later. It's there's the cover. So that was announced this week, and it feels really good that I can now talk about it because people are like, have you got any books coming out this year? And I'm like, I might have one, just one. Definitely only that. That's it. That's the only secret for this year now. That's me done. So it feels nice to be able to talk about it. So yeah, sorry. Back to your short stories thing. I'm really in short stories at the minute, and I've been since I had the anthology idea. I've been reading them just because I wanted to kind of figure out what was out there and how they work. Yes, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I think this is going to be a good pick for everyone. People keep telling me that I need to play this, but at the minute, I just cannot fit any more into my life, and I think that it might consume me.
My partner plays D&D. He's got him in his friend group, and they keep trying to pull me in, and I'm like, but that's prime reading time for me.
If you're there while he's busy, you're not reading while he's busy.
That's 4 hours worth of weekly reading time that I'm losing.
Yeah, I totally get that.
So I'm still a bit on the fence. Why would I? No, I could just read this and imagine it.
Yeah, and I'm there with you at the minute. Between day job, child, trying to write a couple of books a year, I'm kind of not. I don't think I've got room for it, but maybe when he goes to school, I don't know. We'll see. Court of Silver Flames, is that the orange one, Charlie?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, and thank you. I'm so excited about it. It's so nice to be able to talk about it. It feels quite surreal that I met Dawn Kurtagich because I queued to meet her at Yalk, and now I've curated an anthology that she's written a story for. It's just, life is weird.
Because you're amazing.
No, thank you, Michelle. I'm really excited. Honestly, I still don't quite believe it yet that Scholastic's bought a book that I've written a story for and collected all the authors together. Thank you. Oops, sorry, my comments are just going wild. Thank you. I hope we can pull you over. I didn't used to think I'd like short stories, but actually I love them, that they're a self-contained little story. I'm reading some Stephen King ones at the minute, and I love how you get that satisfying feeling of reading a whole book, but in a really short space of time.
And to be honest, that author list is just ridiculously good.
Honestly, every time anybody said I was like, Mary Watson, I just reached out on a whim to see whether she would do it, and she's like, yeah, that sounds great. Amy McCulloch, it's brilliant. And we've even turned some middle grade authors. Louis not written YA before, and me and Mia are both friends with Louis. So Lou Stoll, who writes the Loki books, and we've convinced her to write I Nearly Said, but there's a really good story in there written by Louis about a very interesting subject. And I'm not going to say any more than that. It's so hard to not say anything. I can't. I know. I can't. I just can't. And my story is probably the most out there thing I've ever written. I had a lot of fun. I was talking to Mia about what I could write, and this title popped into my head that is absolutely ridiculous. And I wrote a story based on this ridiculous title. Yes, and I mean, if you're going to get sucked in, Charlie, maybe you need to choose the time that you want to be. You want to be sucked, because I don't know. That sounded really wrong as soon as it came out of my mouth. But sucked in. There's always something.
To laugh. I was like, if I don't laugh, it'll be fine.
There's always something really bad that comes out in one of these because we're live, aren't we? It's
yeah.
Let's move on to the next comment really quickly. Oh, is that from the beginning? That's quite tempting. I'm doing so many read-alongs though.
Other people read it, especially when they get to book 2. I won't say anything because.
Is that a good thing? Is book 2 good? Is that where all the kind of sexy stuff starts?
There's a thing that happens. And,
a thing.
A reveal about people's intentions is what I will say. I think I can say that without being too spoilery. And watching people be like, what? Is literally one of my favorite things.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just one of those. You know when people something's coming and they don't, and you're like,
this is why you've got to write books, Charlie, because people send me messages all the time like, I really like this character, and I'm like, okay, good for you. I'm glad you like that really evil person. Awesome. Or they say, I really relate to this person. It's like, they're a psychopath. Good for you. Yeah, I hide my psychopaths in plain sight. So it's fine. Is the read along content
so everywhere, and you walk past them all the time, and you never know.
So yeah, I do feel a bit bad when people say they really like somebody. I'm like, oh, sorry, they might not be in the next book for a few reasons. So are you carrying on the read along from there then, or are we starting at the beginning? Because if you start from the beginning, that might be the moment that I'm finally going to read. Oh, very interesting. I'm going to have to read these books, aren't I? I don't know whether I can cope. I don't know whether they're too fantasy for me, but I'm feeling a bit bolder with my fantasy. So, okay, we've chatted.
Very character focused.
Yeah, I mean that's what I tend to like.
It'd be okay because it's quite. There's quite a lot of males for you to hot guy over, so that might help.
Yeah, it generally does. Oh, okay, so are we talking April? Oh no, I've promised to only read vampire books in April. If it is April, I might have to catch you up. Just because we're doing reading vampire books for the YA book club, and I wanted to read all the books on the list that I gave people to pick from. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to read them all. Anyway, so I'm just reading the list.
I was like, I don't actually know. I think I ended up just blindly picking a random one and was like, whichever, it'll be fine.
Well, embarrassingly, all of them were pre-orders that have been on my shelf since they came out, and I haven't read any of them, which feels really bad because I should instantly read a vampire book when it comes out, right? But no, so that's why selfishly I wanted to read more vampire books. So yeah, I will try and join in with that ACOTAR. I never know how to say these acronyms.
Yeah.
ACOTAR.
Yeah.
And I'll try and join in with that when I've finished my vampire cake. Hello, thank you for joining us. We're just about to go.
I don't know why I always wave and why I wave with both hands.
It's very cute, Charlie. Don't change. Don't overthink it. It's lovely. Okay, so we are going to do a 40-minute sprint followed by another 40-minute sprint. Well, 40-minute sprint chat, 40-minute sprint, and then the last one will probably be 30 just because I'm incoherent by that point usually. And as funny as Charlie will find that, it's not great. I'll start spilling all my secrets and stuff. Yes, I mean, do it. Just read them all. Especially if they're on your TBR. I feel bad if I read them all and then you've got to buy them. But yeah, if you're like me, they've been gathering dust on your shelf. You're clapping in sign language. Oh, of course, yeah. The waving. That's cool. Yeah, so keep doing it, Charlie. It's all good. You're giving waves and clapping at the same time. Okay, so
I realised I'm a very movement person as
you
I got older. So
and you like it.
Just going with it.
Yeah, don't sit still all the time. Okay, cool. I'm going to mark where we're up to in the comments. So let us know in the comments what you are reading, what you're planning to do. I am working on Mina 3 nearly said another thing I'm not allowed to say. I need to stop doing this. Mina 3, not any
But there's
title.
a thing that you're not allowed to say.
Yeah, that is one thing actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, that is one thing that I can't really say yet, but I've said I'll do that next month. So I will say the title of it. Thank goodness, because I keep nearly saying it. Mina and the fill in the blanks.
Mina and the. I like
Mina
that.
and the
You're
something.
giving yourself a few words to like catch yourself before like
Yeah.
you're like you can stop
Mina
yourself.
Mina and the thing I can't say. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the sprint and we will see you all on the other side in 40 minutes. Hello. I hope it didn't upset your kitties, Charlie. Are they okay? Oh, obviously not too upset. Look at
Not
that. Used to it now. Oh, how did you get on in that sprint?
I came to sit down here so I could do a few bits.
And you accidentally, the book just fell into your hands and in front of your face.
Yeah, it's good though.
Yeah, good.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, there's a lot of that in that series.
I'm intrigued. I didn't realize it was time flippy, but I'm following it, so it's fine.
I'd forgotten that, so I couldn't even warn you. Sorry.
But I'm intrigued.
Good. Excellent start.
I mean, digging up a grave in like the first chapter. I mean,
it kind of sets the expectation, doesn't it, for what you're going to get? That's pretty much more of the same, I think, is what you can expect there.
I think I might order the second one now, and then
it's ready then, isn't it, for when you finish that one? Do that in the next sprint. That's your first task. So I always think I'm going to reread my book really quickly before I write like the next chunk, and then a week later I'm still doing a reread. Because I end up editing stuff and I'm like, oh, I could just fix this one here. And I'm enjoying reading something I've written, which is a first draft. So I'm quite happy with myself because first drafts can be shaky territory, but I've written 33,000 words that I think are quite good for a first draft. So yeah, and maybe, well, it feels like I'm about a quarter of the way through Don't Tell Euclid, my publisher, because that would mean the book's going to be 120,000 words. I'm hoping it won't, and it'll be fine. But yeah, so I've nearly finished rereading it. So I'm hoping
books get bigger as they go along. I mean,
they do. I'm not the first author to do that. Yeah, yeah.
Every trilogy / series that I own gets bigger as it goes along.
It's really difficult because you're wanting to make that one bigger, and you've got the world of the previous 2 books to fit in. So yeah,
and you have to like sprinkle like nods to the previous books.
Yeah, exactly, and like remind people who everyone is.
It's inevitable that it'll be longer.
I'd like to think you're right. I'll go with that. I'll send Yukon to you when they're like, hang on, how long is this book? Charlie says she's analysed.
It's fine.
She's analysed the history of UKYA, and there is a precedent that I'm following. I'm going to remember all of this.
Yeah,
I'm sure they won't mind. They were fine about this when I handed the second book over. When it's 20,000 words longer. Here you go, and they're like, yeah, that's okay. But I haven't read them. I feel like you have, Charlie. Have you not?
I haven't. I've seen them everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think I've got some in my other bookcase. But I don't look at that bookcase very often because it's out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not fantasy either. It's more like, is it cozy sci-fi, I think, though, as opposed to, it's not really, it's high sci-fi, I think. I don't know whether it is. Yeah, I read a little bit of the first one. I don't remember why I didn't read all of it because I think I was enjoying it. It seemed good. I probably need to read the rest, but it's one of those series that's run away without me now, and I'm like, oh, there's loads of books. I'll read it at some point.
I have so many of those.
I know. Nice, getting some editing done. Oh, I'm sorry you've hurt your thumb. I bet that is really difficult. You don't realize quite how much you use stuff like that until you can't. I hope you can get some rest and it'll heal really quickly. Yes, such a cute kitty.
Just absolutely chilling. Look. It's got his new little collar on and it's so cute because it's orange, obviously.
Of course it is. Yeah, I mean, waiting years, I suppose the thing with jumping on a series late is that you can kind of read them all. So
I do love binging a series. I've done it a lot this year so far. Just like fully just gone, I've read like the first book, but I'm just going to start this series all over again because it's completed now. And then like, so satisfying.
See, I don't often reread books unless they're absolute favourites. And in Nightfall, it's coming out end of this month, the Lost Boys retelling, and I only read it a few months ago and I'm already thinking, I read like an ebook copy. I want when the physical one with the really beautiful cover comes. I feel like I need to read that one so I can stare at that cover every time I pick it up. Well, that's probably really bad because I've got so many books I want to read next month. I feel like I'm going to end up rereading one. That sounds terrifying, Kasia, from that title. What is that like? I feel like that's not going to be a happy book somehow.
No,
and probably not one I will read because it sounds like that might be a child on the milk carton stuff.
I was really confused. For a second, I thought it was going to be like a cute graphic novel, and then I went, "Oh no, wait!"
Yeah,
they put faces on milk cartons when.
Yeah, when people are missing. It does sound like it could be like a manga, like cute smiley face on milk carton, but I don't think that's.
I'm hoping it's that, but I don't think it is.
I mean, we're talking about Kasia here as well, so it probably isn't. Oh, sorry that you had to have a late meeting, but thank you for joining us. I'm doing the Charlie wave look just for you. You missed saying that Charlie always does the hunky wave. I wish so far no. It's kind of on submission as these things always are in publishing. So who knows? I hope so. It'd be cool if there were. I've got a friend who really wants to read the audiobook who is an audiobook actress. I don't know what the actual job title is. That audiobook reader? I don't know. But yeah.
I don't know. Do you still call them like voice actors?
Maybe. I don't know.
Them voice actors for like film, don't they?
Yeah, anyway, I would love that if there was. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm not discounting anything at this point. You never know with publishing. I don't know. I'm sort of, it depends on the book and the size of the font. If it's chunky and small font, I can't cope. We know Charlie loves her, like Samantha Shannon books that would kill you if you fell asleep while you're reading them on your back.
Yeah, because
I don't even know whether my wrist strength is like such that I could hold those two at the same time, Charlie. Like that makes me feel very nervous looking at those. I don't think I'm a long book person, but yeah.
I mean, use my lap, and because I'm chronically ill and I do design, I have this beauty anyway.
So
I'm like this.
Yeah.
With it on
I bet. See, I'm glad you appreciate though. I'm joining the Chunky Book Club because at some point, if the Mina series went any longer, I'm probably going to end up with books that long.
Have a Mina book this long.
Can you imagine? There'd be a lot of kissing and a lot of killing in that book. All the kisses and all the kills. Yeah, cozy sci-fi, maybe cozy. Put cozy in front of any genre and maybe I'll give it a go. Like fantasy, that does seem to be the way that it's hooking me in. So it is complete.
Now.
Tempting. Oh, yeah, I know. I get that, Sharon. I think George R. R. Martin at this point, it's a bit like, I don't know which of us is going to go first, me or him. It's a bit.
I'm like, I will read Game of Thrones if you finish the if you finish the final, whichever one.
Yeah, I mean, I've only read the first book in that series because I got into the TV show and it kind of pulled me in that direction. Oh, do you? I generally don't, just because I feel like I haven't got time, but then I always regret it because I'm like, who is this person? What are they doing? Like, if I've read it, especially a couple of years between, like authors like Laini Taylor, who kind of, it can be a few years between their books. Sometimes I'm like, I've got no clue. I love this, but I've got no clue. Yeah, voice actor. I'm going to remember that. I would love that. Can you do a Whitby accent, though, is the question, because I've stitched whoever up who has to do that, because there's like New Orleans, Whitby, I throw a Mexican accent in the second book just to keep it really difficult. Oh, Karen B. Cooney, it's so is it like a YA? Oh, okay, that doesn't sound as bad.
That's a different take on it than I thought it would be. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. I was thinking child, and I was just like,
I thought it was going to be like what was that, really Lonely Bones or whatever, like a really sad.
Oh, Lovely Bones. Yeah, I read that. I really shouldn't have done it. Big mistake. Very sad. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that's a good Oh My Days. Do I need to set aside a year and read this book at some point?
It's
how many pages is it?
Right. So here's my thing, right?
Okay.
This is my rant.
You sell it to us. Go on.
So the issue with Priory is not that it's long. It's not actually, word count wise, super, super long. There's actually books that look shorter that have more words. But But I think the hardback's like, no, that's all glossary. It's like 800 words. But 800 words, 800.
I was just thinking that. I can read it if it's 800 words, like one word per page.
Like super big.
Yeah, I mean, that looks okay.
And like thick paper, if that makes sense.
Do you think they wanted it to look long so that would become the thing about that book, that it was the really long, intimidating book?
I think it kind of was, because it's obviously it's marketed as a standalone like epic fantasy, so I think they were making it look like a epic chunky book. Yeah. But the paperback's the same, like, not that I have multiple copies of this book. Like, it's normal size text, but they've got like really big margins.
I find that fascinating with publishing. You cannot tell how many words long a book is just because they fiddle with like the font size, the font type, the margin. Like even things like where your chapter ends fall, because in my book, some of them, like you end up with like a big empty white space just because of where I wrote to. Yeah, I mean, I'm from Yorkshire too. I'm from South Yorkshire though, so I'm from the wrong bit of Yorkshire, and I don't have a particularly strong South Yorkshire accent either. So I'm wrong for it, sadly. I could maybe work on North Yorkshire accent, but it'd be a bit cringe. 4 days. Oh, that was impressive. I mean, I don't know
why I take it like a personal compliment when anybody says they've read Priory and enjoyed it. Like it's like it existing having anything to do with me. But
to be fair though, you are almost convincing me to want to read it, so you've probably convinced a good proportion of the audience to read it through some form or another. Yeah, it's kind of on my maybe list. I don't own it yet because every time I look at it in a bookshop, I'm like, no, I'm not even going to carry that home with me.
It is
too big. You will stay there.
Cheeky looking thing.
Okay, let's read the last comment and then we will. Yeah, I don't really have strong feelings about floppy books. I know lots of people love them. I don't.
No, because
maybe I haven't seen enough of them to know whether I love them or not. But Charlie, you did convince Sharon to read it, so it is your joy. So you can have a share of that joy. So there you go. Our theory was correct.
The proof of A Day of Fallen Night, which is the prequel, is like printed how they do US, and it's like.
Is that satisfying? Is that like? Is that enjoyable when you're reading it?
You don't crack the spine because you just open it and it just.
That is nice. I don't think I've ever really read a floppy book. I need to try and get one.
Really satisfying about it. I love it.
It's very wibbly. I like it.
Whereas that, you obviously, if you hold it like that, it just.
Yeah, and it's not going to bend readily, is it? At various points, especially near the beginning or end. Okay, so maybe I try and get a floppy one, and that will make me want to read it. Floppy edition of which one? What's the first one?
First one's the first one that came out is Priory of the Orange Tree. The second one's technically a prequel, but if you're newer to fantasy, I'd recommend starting with Priory.
Yeah,
because there's more world building in the second one, if that makes sense.
I quite like reading stuff in publication order, even if it has a prequel, because I feel like the author wrote it in that order. So there's going to be some mental process that, like Frozen Charlotte, I was quite happy to read Frozen Charlotte and the prequel Charlotte Says, just because that was the order Alex Bell wrote them in. I don't know, that's just me. Yeah, I do tend to go publication order. I know there's stuff like reading Stephen King in a particular order. And I've not got time to read all Stephen King's books anyway, but I tend to just, with his, I go with whatever I feel like, and then others I go publication order. Okay, let's do another 40-minute sprint. I'm going to see if I can finish reading Mina 3 by the end of the sprint. So please, if I look like I'm on my phone, you just send me a message on the private thing, Charlotte. So excuse me, you don't look like you're reading your book. You look like you're on TikTok. So please keep me accountable, everyone. Let us know in the comments if you let us know in the comments what you are reading, what you are getting up to, and the comments are scrolling, but I'll catch up with them afterwards. And let's go to this sprint. So we'll see you in 40 minutes. Hello, everyone. Sorry, I was a bit slow off the mark there. Thank you for joining us, Dawn. You're here. Hi. How are you?
I am indeed. Can you hear me okay? I'm good.
So you've received edits tonight, and it's just kind of...
I just got editing for a project that's not... Yeah. It was... I just... Everything went out the window, and I was like, I just have to look at these right now. And they're not a lot of edits, actually. It's surprising. So... But yeah, everything just went out the window. How are you guys doing?
It's just really consuming, isn't it, when you know you've got something like that? You just can't not look at it. I got some edits back from my agent on something today, and I just had to stop what I was doing at that minute and just read them. You just need to know, like, is it okay? Have I written something good? Is this going to be terrible?
Were they good notes?
Yeah, they were actually. It was a first draft that she's read, so I knew it wasn't like she'd read anything anywhere near perfect. But yeah, she's happy with it. I think she gets it. It's just some stuff needs work.
Oh, good.
So I was kind of frantically flipping between laptops because I've got a really old rubbish laptop that's got some stuff on, and my decent laptop that I generally work on. So I was just like doing bits on one and the other. So yeah, that sprint was a bit frantic, but I didn't finish reading where I'm up to in Mina 3, and I'm really happy with it so far. It's the first draft I actually quite like, so thank goodness. So that was good. So thank you for that in the sprints, everyone, tonight. That's kept me motivated. How about you, Charlie? Did you have a good sprint?
I have sorted a massive stack of books to go on Depop.
Good.
And I thought I've not been great lately. So I thought I'd go through my box of author things. And I've made myself a little happy thing.
Oh, that's nice, Charlie.
I love that. That's such a good idea.
You're on there.
Oh, thanks.
Yay!
No, there's everyone. So I did that, which took me far longer than it should have done, because I couldn't get the frame back in. So that was fun. And then I read a little bit more of this.
Yay!
And
are you still enjoying it?
Hooked.
Good.
I
Is
don't
it the
know.
first one? Which one is it? I can't see.
The first one. It has been on my shelf for I don't know how long.
It's amazing.
I am like 40-something pages in, and honestly, I don't care what Victor's done. I don't care if he's bad or not. I just like it.
I think that's fair.
So
you can keep testing that as the series goes on.
I refuse to believe that they're bad. I feel they've been put in a position where they're made out to be bad, but then I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out.
Yes, you will. Uncomfortable laugh. Let's move on, Dawn, before I spoil this for Charlie. How about you? Did you get much done in the sprint?
Yeah, so I was only here for like 10 minutes, and my computer is just dying. So everything takes about an hour. But yeah, I managed to update some of my website with the anthology info, actually.
Yay!
But outside of that, no. But my brain is going, look at your edits, look at your edits, look at your edits.
No, put the anthology on the website. That's exciting too. Yeah,
so.
It's nice to be able to be on screen
for an anthology. To be fair,
me too. I really want to read everyone else's stories. I've read Rosie's story, which is good,
cool.
And I've read Kat's story, which is also Kat Ellis, also really good. So, have you read any of them, Amy?
Oh, you amazing. Have. So yeah, obviously basically we got a lot of our other friends to pitch, so we read the pitches, and then as the stories have been coming in, we've been reading the stories as well. So I haven't read yours yet, Dawn, but I've read.
Totally fine. I only just got it in.
I've read most of them, and they're so good, and they're sort of varied but weirdly cohesive at the same time. Like we all had like some ideas that have kind of knitted them together. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. I'm so pleased.
Now.
Can't have it yet, Charlie. You can probably have it a little bit early, maybe. I think they're probably going to be doing some sort of early copies. I need to find out what those will be, whether they'll be proofs or just early finished. But yeah, there'll be something for you, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited.
It's very cool.
It's been a while.
Just think how good it'll be for me being able to talk about that many UK YA authors without having to hold a massive stack. Like, it's going to be like
Very useful shorthand.
Yeah, I won't
know.
have to lift weights for a video. I can just be like, look at all these authors.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well. Like, I do quite often get stacks out of people's books that I like, and now I can just say, look, read
Yeah.
this list of people. And it's interesting because some
Amen
of
to
them,
that.
it's like their YA debut. So like Louis Stowell, it's her first YA thing that's
Yeah.
going to be published. So it's really exciting. And then there's people like Dawn who are kind of seasoned YA, UK YA, like royalty. Seasoned sounds a bit weird.
Old authors.
No, experienced, knowledgeable.
I love the cover that they put together. It's very cool. It's like I just want to step into that world and see what that cloaked figure is doing.
I know it is, isn't it? I
We're
think
very
It suits my story,
on.
actually, the cloaked
Yeah.
figure.
it does. It suits when the background suits a couple of other people's as well. So,
Interesting.
yeah.
I see that cover and I'm like, oh, it's a really pretty cover, but I don't want to step into that
No,
forest
I
where
know what you mean.
strange cloaked
I
figure.
definitely
with
do.
Dawn is the cloaked figure. Let's be honest now. Come on. Dawn's got amazing makeup under there. Her hair's looking great, and she's just like gonna lure
That's
people
when I'm
into the
wearing.
woods.
That's when I'm wearing the human mask until I take it off.
Exactly. Absolutely perfect. Right, let's see what the people in the comments are saying to us. If you're serious, that is amazing. I would love a paperback copy of that. If you really don't mind, that would be really cool. Thank you. Message me on Instagram and we will sort that out, and I'll try and swap something cool with you as well. Yeah, we were just talking floppy books before you came on, Dawn, and I don't have necessarily strong feelings about them, but Charlie's sort of swaying me. I don't think I've really read that many floppy books.
I love a stiff book. I know, I'm
It
controversial.
sounds
I
really
also
bad,
prefer
like out of
hardbacks.
context.
I also prefer hardbacks, which is like a controversial opinion, apparently.
I like hardbacks.
I quite like reading hardbacks
Yeah.
because
Okay, with my people then.
But do you take the cover thing off though?
I
Because I
take
leave
it
it on.
off because otherwise it annoys me.
I know, but I leave them on, and people find that really weird. I can't help but leave on.
I leave them on as the bookmark until it reaches a certain point, and then I take it off.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I just end up getting them everywhere. Like they end up flying off the ends, and like
I know what you mean.
They match my personality. They become as chaotic as I am. So I'm like, I'm just going to put you over there, and then you're out the way.
And I was saying earlier that Nathan loves the. I'm reading Legends and Lattes at the minute, and my little boy absolutely loves the illustration inside, and he keeps looking at it. But by looking at it, he pulls the page marker out because that's mine.
Oh no.
But he also loves pulling bookmarks out and going, "What bookmark are you using today, Mummy?" Oh, that was.
You have to have
page.
a memory like a. I suppose you don't fold the pages down.
No, I can't do that. I just can't do it. But I'm so they're all vampire bookmarks generally, so I'm surprised that he still looks because it's like, Mummy, it's another vampire I've not heard of. Yes, because you're 3.
I'm using a Mina bookmark. I just realised I'm using a Mina 2 bookmark. Yeah,
awesome.
So you're always with me.
You know what? I haven't actually got one like in circulation of my own bookmarks. I should probably do that because they're really cute, aren't they? Yeah.
In my box of treats.
Yeah,
I've got all kinds of Mina things in here. I was just looking through.
Oh, you've got the whole. I think both of you have had the whole bit. Actually,
Yeah, I've got loads of stuff. I love it. I love all the stuff you sent out. Did you do them all yourself? By the way, I meant to ask you. Did you design them all?
Mr. McCaw designs them all. The recent batch, the Mina 1 stuff. Yukon did, and then the Mina 2 stuff. Mr. McCaw learned how to use design software and designed it all. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah,
really good job. Really excellent.
It's all the business cards got me like, how do you make them look like real shops and stuff? Like I made it up the top, and then he made it real with the business cards.
Yeah, they were brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. I love that.
Yeah, that's all Kev, Charlie. All Kev. He's sitting here next to me like, oh God, she's talking about me on screen again. I always say nice things about him on screen. It's fine.
See, those need to be up on your wall, Charlie. Like they deserve.
I'm looking for some little frames because my situation is getting a little bit chaotic because obviously I get sent stuff just to talk about and then I get the book box stuff sent. So I've got like there's
That's amazing.
this is
Oh
my
my
personal
goodness.
stash.
You could literally wallpaper your whole house with just book
Maybe.
stuff.
Can you just do a wall? How cool would that be?
Yeah.
Like just a collage wall.
Yeah, that would be a
Because
cool background for
They're
like
not
YouTube videos
all
and
the
stuff.
same size, so it's really tricky.
Yeah, but you could like collage them together.
And
all the
collage
straight
might
ones
be the
anyway.
best thing because
Yeah.
I've got 2 framed up there that are like big art prints.
Yeah.
But yeah, the others are all different sizes, and I'm not smart enough to remember how many different sized frames I need. It's never going to happen. I'm never
I
going to
think
get
you
my
just
life
like
together that well.
collage them
So
like
maybe
directly on the wall.
collage them. That's
Yeah.
a good idea.
Cool background, like if you do videos and stuff, to have all this stuff behind you. That would be amazing, actually.
I think you should do that. A tiny person has just started talking to the monitor, so I may have to disappear depending on if he will be placated by his daddy or not. He's usually only I will do in the middle of the night, so we'll see. I'll go through the comments quickly because I may have to disappear. Yeah, I feel like you're all convincing me that floppy books are a good way to go here.
I just like thick paper, and floppy books tend to have thin paper.
Yeah,
I hate the
that's
ghosting
true.
thing. It like contributes to my Erlands and my dyslexia, so I prefer really thick paper. So they tend
That
to be
is a very good
stiff,
point.
nice and stiff.
Yes, I know. I mean, none of this. I said a really bad one earlier. I can't remember what I said earlier, Charlie, but I said something that Charlie like erupted into giggles. Whenever you're talking about like physical books, a lot of the vocabulary just doesn't sound good out of context.
I can't remember what it was, but it was hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, you can
And
feel
it
free
did
to go
sound really rude.
all of this is not good, Charlie. I'm not going to say the adjectives we're using, but if you just think really hard about all the things we're saying, it's not good. I didn't realize you lived in the States, Sharon. We're going to have to talk about this at some point. Oh,
that's me.
Yay, well done, Kirsty. I need to get back to mine. I've been so rubbish at cross-stitching lately. Can you put a picture on your social media? I think you should show us. Thank you. Me too. I just need to write it. Yes, we knew you'd be hooked. Did we talk about Charlie's reading still? Excellent. Dawn, you're convincing me that annotating might be a thing. I'd love seeing people's annotations.
So much fun, honestly. It's so good. And I like the idea of future me looking back and being like, oh, this is what I thought when I was reading it, you know? I do reread, but rarely. So I feel like I wouldn't be distracted by the annotations because I wouldn't really reread that much. I only reread my favorite books and then I end up like with 12 copies of it. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might try it.
I actually don't know what your favorite books are.
My favorite book?
Yeah, both of you. I don't know what your favorite books are. Like, if you had to pick one.
Everyone else in the comments.
The one that you just said, the Samantha Shannon Priory of the Majig.
Oh, that's your favorite, yeah.
That's Charlie's.
That is so. It suits you so much, that book.
I mean, it's just the colours and the actual content are perfect. I don't know. My instinctual answer was Daughter of Smoke and Bone. Daughter of Smoke and Bone.
Beautiful.
Possibly.
I love that book too, yeah.
But realistically, it's about a top 30 books. How about you, Dawn? Is there like one that you could say?
Yeah, I reread one particular series of books, but probably the first book in the series, Daughter of the Forest by Juliette Marillier. She is just my sweet spot. I love it. It's Irish, like romantic fantasy, like historical fantasy. Yeah. It's like read the trigger warnings first, but it's just beautiful.
Awesome. Oh, I can hear a little person talking. I'm going to go up because it sounds like the small person is winning and like it's going to get up at any minute, like joining the sprint. So sorry if you've said anything in the comments. I'm just going to go. I'll start the sprint and I'm going to go and intervene before like he comes and joins in with what we're doing because nobody wants. I mean, to be fair, you might want that. It'd be quite hilarious, but I don't put him on social media. So for now,
let's have a party.
Yeah, or a toddler run party. He would be so random. He'd tell you all his grievances. That's what he does when he sees anybody at the minute. He'll like open the say the post person comes, and he'll be like, "My forklift truck's missing a wheel." And you're like, "Okay, this is just the person who's delivering our Amazon packages." But fine, it's like he saves up his list of grievances. So he'd come on. And
that's the end of the world, though. missing a
It is.
toe.
It's
It
devastating.
is.
Like
Yeah.
he'd tell you all the things that are wrong, like there's a bulb that's gone in the lounge as well, or whatever. You know, there'd be some. He likes to voice the things that are wrong. He'll tell you
Honestly,
nice
my
stuff
heart
too,
would
but
break.
oh,
My
he's
heart would
very
break like
cute.
20 times a day if I had a toddler for every small, like for every new little like heartache. I just don't think I could take it.
It's very cute, but then they tell you lots of happy stuff too. Like he's got these excited noises. They're just the cutest thing ever. Like every time you've got him a present, he's like, "Ooh, wow, ooh," like that. It's really so. Yeah, for all the
That's
heartbreak,
cute.
there is the very cute as well. Right, I'm going to go and talk to him now.
Okay.
So you might. I'm going to mute myself so you don't hear the full parental cycle going. So yeah, we will
Sounds
do a
good.
30-minute sprint. I am planning to pack too because we're leaving for Legoland tomorrow, and I have not packed yet.
Ah,
So yeah, long story.
that's fun.
We accidentally ended up with extra Legoland tickets. Went before Christmas, couldn't use the tickets we'd booked, so we're using the before Christmas tickets. Yeah,
Cool. Have fun.
extra hasty trip to Legoland that I've not packed for. So yeah, I'm gonna go and sort him out and pack. So I think I'm gonna mute myself and just if I don't come back at the end, just feel free to talk without me.
Okay.
Maybe mute yourself, Charlie, actually, just in case this happens and the putting
Yeah.
to bed goes horribly wrong. Mute yourself and then you can unmute yourself afterwards. Okay, so I'm
I
gonna
just mime.
I'm gonna put the timer on. I promise I will try to come back, but you never know in this house what is gonna happen. Okay, so I'm gonna put the timer on and I will see you all hopefully in half an hour. Night or bye. Hopefully not good night. Goodbye. I'll add to the cat to the stream. Hello, everyone.
No.
Literally just got back from getting to sleep.
I know,
so
I
that
saw
was
you and I was like, whew.
super successful spend for a little boy who doesn't want to sleep. Maybe too excited about Legoland, I don't know. But yeah, so
Oh dear.
I'm just looking at the living room. I'm surrounded by like piles of stuff I was meant to pack, but I haven't packed yet. So
Oh
that'll be
no! What
that'll
time
be
do you
really-
leave?
We're leaving tomorrow, like late afternoon, but because
Oh,
I've
okay.
got open tomorrow, there's not going to be much packing time, so I probably need to do it tonight and in the morning.
Dear. You're gonna be like
Yeah, I know.
trying to keep yourself awake.
He's not super great at helping with packing. Like he'd start to help and then like start unpacking it probably. So yeah.
Oh dear. Just pack him in and just zip it up,
No,
and then
he'd
you
quite
get to go.
enjoy that actually. He'd probably sit in the case. Let's see how people in the comments are getting on, and then you two can tell us. Oh no, Kesha.
Okay, I need to read that one.
Yeah, Kirsty's asking that. What I was wondering, is there going to be a sequel? Is there a sequel? Excellent.
Nice.
Is that an owl house? That's from Owl House, I think. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by people's photos. Just
Yeah, I don't know what that was from. It's really cute though. Is that like a manga or something?
Owl House is on Disney Plus. I'm not sure if
Oh.
that is. I can't see it quite well enough. It's a sapphic witch falling through a portal. She wants to
Oh.
really be a witch, and she falls into a land where there's witches, and it's great.
Sold immediately.
Sounds
It's an
very
owl
cute.
house. It's a house that has like a living owl spirit. It's
I'm gonna add that
Boy.
to my
not that
list.
I enjoy it at all.
I mean, it sounds like you might a little bit, but I want to watch it too now. So there is a sequel, at least the ending on a cliffhanger. You know that it's going to get resolved. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, my son has quite a lot of books as well. Yeah, he does tend to look at my books, but obviously has no idea what they're about yet, which is probably for the best. Sucked. Awesome. Oh, sorry, Maya. Yes, that was the cross stitch, I think. Yay! I hope you made it. You managed to join in the last sprint, Ashlyn, because we're going to be wrapping up fairly soon. Excellent. Always fun. Hi, Katrina. Thank you for popping in. No, Katrina's in a different time zone from us, so I think it's like lunchtime or something, or afternoon anyway. That sounds terrifying.
Sounds cool. That sounds really cool.
I just read
Yup.
Night Shift when I was upstairs with Nathan, and he was like nodding off. I was reading Night Shift by Stephen King, and I thought, why did I read this like ratty, terrifying basement story before
It'll
bed?
keep you up while you're packing.
Possibly. Too scared to go to sleep now, so I might as well pack. Oh, I need to. Have you reviewed this on your channel, Katrina? I need to watch that review. I haven't.
I
heard
need
of
to
that.
read that.
Oh, She-Ra. Cute. Oh. I mean,
it does look
Ashlyn
like the owl lady.
clearly, Ashlyn knows. Oh, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, Ashlyn's with you there. Oh, cute.
I love that.
Excellent cat name.
There's
How
a
did you get on?
She-Ra thing being made, isn't there? Like a live action.
Is
thing, I
there?
think. I think so.
Ooh,
Not sure.
that sounds exciting. How did you get on? Charlie looks like she's been doing things. What have you been doing, Charlie?
This is your fantasy recommendation.
Oh, yay! Are you going to film me?
Aha.
I keep getting like personalized TikToks from Charlie.
Yeah.
This is excellent.
And then I have some others that have been requested. I've been piling books that people have requested TBRs for.
Were you just planning
I
your
need to
content
add
for you,
one.
Charlie?
Yeah. So
I want to send you one. I'm going to send you a list of my requirements for fantasy and see what you come up with.
Charlie is excellent. Michelle and I demanded like sexy man fantasy, and Charlie gave us a whole list.
Ooh.
That
And
was
now
I
I've
wouldn't mind having access to that.
I mean, it was on TikTok, so you can go watch it. And I've requested
Excellent.
cozy fantasy now, like Legends and Latte style. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping this.
I
is
did.
What I've
I
got
posted a
coming soon.
TikTok. I think I mentioned it last time. I posted a TikTok asking for cozy, like survival books, like cozy post-apocalyptic,
yeah.
where they're like people plant their gardens and like forest for mushrooms and stuff. I want that. I don't know if it exists, so I might have to write it.
Yeah, I was going to say,
If
write
it doesn't, it should, because
It should.
which is it The Last of Us where there's the strawberry scene?
I haven't. Don't spoil me. I haven't finished.
It's just it's like this little scene in like
Oh, I love
a
that.
garden where they've planted strawberries, and it's just this really cute like moment where you're like,
Okay, I need to see that. See, mine would have like sheep because I live with loads of sheep. So it would just be like sheep herding and gathering
Yeah.
mushrooms in forests, tending.
I feel like you
gardens,
could write that, Dawn, but you'd do something horrible to the character.
I can't help it.
It wouldn't be the book that you're asking for. Like they'd
know,
start
I
turning
can't
into
help
the
it.
things they're growing or something, or like they'd
Yeah.
overtake their bodies, or it'd turn them.
yeah,
Precisely.
you'd need somebody sat with you to be like, don't do it.
I need somebody to be my reins, rein me in.
You've made them evil again, Dawn. Come on, like nice
damn it.
strawberries, deadly poisonous strawberries, nice strawberries, Dawn.
They're supposed to be harvesting mushrooms, not having mushrooms growing out of them.
Yes.
Jeez. Yeah.
I'd love to see the editor's comments on that. Like, why do I even bother? I quit. Not working with her
Oh,
anymore.
my editors love me.
I'm sure they do. I just, when you're writing horror, I'm sure that's fine. But if you're writing a cozy survivalist,
They may not want to hang out with me. But...
it might be inappropriate. Oh, awesome! I will definitely check that out, because if it has like broken you for reading other books, then it sounds like we need to read it.
What's the week of
Yes.
weird? That's intriguing to me. The week of weird.
I think I've heard that people talk about this on BookTube, but I've been like in a bit of a writing and editing hole this week. So what reminds me what it is, Katrina? I may have already logged off before that happens though, so you can check the comments. Yes, yes, I am excited about that. Yeah, somebody mentioned it earlier, Kirsty, before you came on, and it's fine. I called it a sequel, and somebody said, I actually think it's a connected prequel. Okay, so I've got to end the comments, and as I've said several times, complaining I need to pack, so I think I might go and do that. But thank you, you two. That was
Sounds
lovely.
good.
I kind of wrote to Charlie in at the last minute. Dawn got derailed by edits, so it's just the usual chaos for the Thursday
Chaos,
night
yeah.
sprint. All's fine. And yet for next week, I'm totally organised, and I know who is coming on, and like Kev's going to make a banner and everything. So it's just week on week. I'm either pure chaos and I have no idea, or I've
The
thought
chaos
about it
weeks
more.
are like
not the only
mine and
one.
Charlie's weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
Mine
It's,
are mostly chaos.
Yeah,
well,
that's what I'm
lots of
saying. You and I as chaos
recommendations,
demons.
and yeah, you're great, both of you, for that reason and many others. So it's fine.
Charlie and
Right,
I are
chaos.
kindred spirits. She and I.
Two sides of the same like creepy
Yeah.
dark coin.
So she's like the cute, colorful chaos, and I'm the like creepy, screaming skull chaos.
Exactly. Okay, so
We're
we're
like
getting a week of
crossover.
weird explanation. Hosted by Crystal from Fiber Artsy and Jason's Weird Reads. Awesome. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you kindly. So yeah, if you want to check out the Week of Weird, you can check out to those
Will do.
content
I'm
creators.
intrigued.
And I think that
Quit.
we should
Got it.
all quit while we're ahead and before I start rambling anymore. So we will catch you up with you in the sprints next week. See, I can't even finish the sentence. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else I need to say. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you too, as usual. for being
Pre-order
lovely
the
guests.
anthology.
Oh yeah, pre-order our anthology.
Oh,
Maybe that's what you could
yes.
say.
I don't know where
Yes.
I am on the thing, but I'm
Yeah,
trying.
no.
I'm gonna go.
Thank you. Thank you for coming on, everyone. Thank you. Yes, I have content ready for this weekend, so it'll seem like I'm actually here and content creating, but I'm not. I've already sorted it out. So yeah, I
Fantastic.
will catch you all soon, and I'm going to sign off now. So night, everyone. Bye,
Have a
Katrina.
fab night. Bye. Mwah,
Bye,
mwah, mwah.
everybody.